Hello and welcome. This is Ryan Ford, making a video guide for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. 100% no wrong warp, no out of bounds. I know it's a mouthful to say, but first off, file names don't really matter, so you can enter whatever you want. I'm in Japanese version because it's a lot faster than English. 1.0 is important if you want to be able to perform all the tricks and glitches in this run as well. So 100% means collecting all heart pieces, heart containers, all of your capacity upgrades for your depletable items, or depletable weapons, level 2 sword, and all the pictures. Oh, and either red or blue tunic. So with that underway, yeah, pretty much just trying to match through text as much as possible. I will probably be using a save state every now and then. It won't look as pretty as emulator would. So yeah, you can move down a little bit here if you close that last text box as you collect the shield. So first thing to talk about is clipping. So first off, this is as high as I can be vertically. And if I'm moving horizontally, you can see that he's kind of low, but you can clip about 3 pixels into a wall. So you can be a lot higher. As you can see, I'm like way higher to the fence compared to this. So clipping is important because you can be a little bit higher from where you need, and it's important for certain tricks coming up like way later in the run, which I'll touch up on. So here, coming to the beach, I'm going to take the downwards route because it's easier to show off. Actually, yeah, okay. Oh, that was a mistake. But here, alright, I'm going to use the save state to show off 2 different strats. So, strat number 1 for early sword. This damage boost right here, and then so you want to press down and left at the bottom of that urchin, and then hold to the right and hold your shield, and you can get the sword early as the text is starting up, which is actually a little bit faster than the other routing. But if you wanted this rupee, you have to walk all the way there to collect it. We do need 10 rupees, which is important as well. So taking the down route. If you want to grab the early sword, you want to walk along the shoreline, but don't be touching the water because you move a lot slower in the water compared to online. So just walk to the right and hold your shield out. You'll go through this text. Make sure you're still holding right and shield when this when the last text box ends, and you'll pick it up before the owl starts flying away. And with this, also for rupee drops, you can try to duplicate it. So rupee duplication. So if a rupee touches Link's shield and his body on the same frame, you'll collect it twice. So generally, if you don't have as many rupees as you need, this is the general route you want to take. And then if that lasts until you kill that last Octorok, then you'll leave the beach. You can leave it sooner if you collect a lot of rupees and duplicate them. I only had 7. And need 10 to be able to buy bombs and play the trendy game. So there's 9. So the enemies on the beach each have a 50% chance to drop a rupee. And the grass here, every grass patch is a 1 in 16 chance to get a rupee drop. So stealing here. I'll talk about stealing a bit on the second way out. So, need to take a death as it's a byproduct of stealing. So here I'm gonna fake buy the bomb. So if you see my input display, I'm holding A, B, start, select. So when I say yes with A, I'm gonna be also holding A while holding the other buttons to open the save quit menu. So I've actually confirmed buying the bombs. As you can see in my inventory, I have them. And I still have 10 rupees, because I left without actually spending it. So here, the shopkeeper will turn up at some point. You can also do from the backside here and make him face this way. to steal, but generally it's better to steal from the top. So after he turns up, you want to wait about 10 frames. Well, I think you have to wait a minimum of 10 frames, and then you can walk out with the item. So here's the shop. Or sorry, here's the trendy game, I meant, from the shop. So after you confirm there, press B, and there's a certain visual cue with, I don't have a mouse or anything to point, but the conveyor belt that's moving upwards on the right side. When the magic powder, just before it touches the conveyor belt that's moving to the left, and that's when I press A to drop the crane from that position. So yeah, that's generally the safe strat for it. So now we're gonna come into this house, the doghouse, because you dig up this. You can equip items from A or B in whatever way that you want, for the most part. And also, leaving that doghouse created a save point. Oh my god, whoops. Alright, you have to demonstrate this thing a bit. So you can do what's called a bomb trigger there for the owl to save, like 2 seconds. You can see for yourself if you try to get it later on, but now this one's a mandatory bomb trigger coming up right here. So we want to kill this moblin, at least that moblin particularly. Stand up against this transition, and what you can do, since I just equipped bombs, while unpausing, since you can buffer inputs, I'm going to be holding up and holding A for the bombs. Or if you want to equip it to B, then, you know, buffer the bombs, basically. On the screen transition, Link will drop one as he's transitioning and drop another, because normally you can't have 2 bombs on the screen at the same time. So here I'm going to open this chest and then open save quit menu immediately after to skip the text and also to save warp out of there without talking to the owl. You also need to wait at least 8 frames before you open the save and quit menu when you want to skip text from opening a chest. Do it for every chest as well. And since we left that doghouse, since the doghouse was the last sub-map that we left, then you start off over there from save and quitting. So you're clipped into this tree. Ideally, you won't get hit by this Octorok. If that Octorok, the closer Octorok, if it was moving left or right, then if you're clipped in the tree, you're just high enough that it won't hit you, but if it moves up, you'll get hit. So you can put this key in from the side, and here. So there's this text that comes up whenever you enter a dungeon. It'll say like level 1 Tail Cave. And what you want to do is, before the text starts coming up, you want to pause with your menu so you can equip your bow and skip the text as well. So just take this path. So here you can clip into this wall down here. Transition, hold up and left after the transition. Whoops. And you can take damage here to do what's called a BAM boost. So if that mini mold worm is in your way, you can use the invincibility frames to not get knocked backwards. And as you can see, I did this pit walk diagonally. It's not mandatory, but it does save time to go for it. So here, I'm gonna show off 2 different strategies. So here's one with the shield. Want to bait this guy, push him, and then knock that guy over and shoot him. If they're both lined up, you can push both into the hole as well. Alternatively, try to get him. Oh, well, I got lucky, so never mind. I was gonna say that the other guy, you want to knock him over and spin slash, basically. Was the other strategy I wanted to talk about. So here is another slightly scary trick. So either you can just wait for this and then grab the feather. Alternatively, what you can do is shield to shield bump. So the way to get that is, so you want to do is enter the room from the right side first off, and then walk up, turn right as you're about to get hit, hold your shield out, and then hold up. And then save and quit when grabbing the feather after. So now equip the feather. I'm gonna just show off bow strats, I guess. So first off, you can get that switch before that enemy can actually reach you, if you're fast enough. Alternatively, you can like lead him around in a circle, or equip your sword and push him back if you don't feel comfortable. I forgot to mention that jumping diagonally is faster than walking diagonally, and jumping in general is faster than walking through grass or water. So be sure to do that when you can. So now equip into this wall, and you do what's called a super jump. You're holding down to this wall. And super jumps, basically jumping off of anywhere that has a ledge, so these walls are all ledges. You can jump, and if you're facing away from the wall, he'll kind of super jump off of a ledge. So to turn around, I'm going to use my bow while holding away from the wall to super jump over it. So you want to super jump over that key block and not use your key that you have. And then you can jump back down here. Super jump here. So it's mini boss, you just want to shoot 2 arrows. That was a little slow, but... And then this fairy, I'm going to just grab it for safety since I'm demonstrating stuff still. So this boss fight right here. Alright, Moldorm, first off you want to skip his text. So if you enter the room, he'll talk to you. So you can skip the text by loading the save state. Or by loading the save state, what am I saying? By unpausing, or by pausing. So you want to have your sword equipped anyway. And then charge a spin slash. You don't have to charge the spin slash, it is a little more difficult. Here, I'll go through this fight one more time. Alternatively, what you can do... Oh, see how he's moving a different direction because of RNG? So, you want to get behind him and hit him. So, I guess I can demonstrate this since I got knocked down. So if you get knocked in the hole, hold up and jump, and you'll immediately jump out of the 2D section and end up back here. So I'm going to load the save state again. And then yeah, you just take the time loss and go back to the fight. So ideally you don't want him hugging the wall like that. So I slowed this part down, so you can see where his head is turning, and jump behind him right when he starts moving, because he'll move in the direction that he's facing, generally. Also, the hit detection will prioritize hitting his head rather than his tail, so if you hit both at the same time, you'll always hit his head. So you kind of need to space your attacks properly, so that you hit just the tail. And when you know his invincibility frames are gonna run out, then or his hit stun runs out, he's gonna start moving in the direction. Generally, he'll usually start moving in the direction that his head is facing. So you want to jump to get behind whichever direction he's supposed to be going. And generally that's a strat. Unironically, even though he's the first boss, he actually is considered to be the hardest boss for runners. So yeah, more all text to skip through. You don't really need a charged sword here. Some categories you do need to kill those guys. But anyways, here you want to press B to skip this text. Otherwise you'll get like, if you keep mashing with A instead, you'll get like over a dozen text boxes from those kids. With them like stuttering, trying to tell you what happened, and eventually not telling you what happened. So, coming into this cave, you want to enter the cave, hold left and sword, and charge a little, move forward, jump and spin slash at the center of the rock. So you actually don't want to skip the text for this chest, it's actually a little faster. Alright, so 2 strats here. So you want to kill those guys, and then bomb trigger. So vertical horizontal transitions for bomb triggers, you need to be moving diagonally on the transition. So, the bomb trigger to get this heart piece. So, that is a tiny bit faster than this other strat. But also does use 2 bombs. And you can also get unlucky and like lose a second instead of saving like half a second. So, go to that corner and super jump and grab the heart piece. And when I talked about text skipping, make sure that you don't save and quit when you grab a heart piece before the text is done, because you'll end up duplicating it instead, and that'll make your run invalid. By duplicating it, it means that you'll have collected it, but it'll still be there, so you can pick it up again. So make sure you don't enter Moblin Cave in this category, not yet, because we need to get the pictures for 100%. And if you have Bow Bow, you can't get this picture sequence started, so it's a massive time loss, or just pretty much a run killer if you forget. So yeah, make sure to say yes, then move to the center. That's pretty much all that. So this part, Moblin Cave. So when I enter, I'm going to be holding jump and up and left. Oh, I'm holding all the buttons, so sword, feather, and up and left. Start charging the spin slash right away. So here, there's a thing called door lag. So when like those doors shut automatically, then you can't really move. There's certain things that you can move with. So I'm gonna be using the feather, buffering feather out of the transition to jump while having the sword charged. So you can jump and then jump again and spin slash these guys. So depending on the Moblin's movement for their RNG, you can hit. You can probably kill like maybe all 4 of them with 1 spin slash. It's really rare. You can kill like 3 or 2, which is ideal. You might only get 1 if you're unlucky, but yeah. So just try to clear the room as fast as you can. So here's King Moblin. So you want him to ram the wall. So here I'll demonstrate 2 things. So the safe way to do the fight is just I don't know what I'm doing. So, need him to shoot. The amount of arrows he shoots is RNG. So, however many he takes before he starts charging, make him ram the wall. So here's to save a small amount of time. Whoops. As you can see, he was really close to the wall, so he just like rammed it immediately, so you can save a small amount of time. But again, the amount of arrows he shoots is generally like random too, so don't know how long it's going to take to attack. So grab Bow Bow, save and quit. So here's a flock clip. So you're going to jump, clip into this tree, and then hold up and left when you reach this rock. And getting this text about the rock being too heavy makes Link move a small amount, so you can actually like clip through this tree. So now you want to be clipped here, jump forward, wait. Sometimes Bow Wow will just instantly eat one of the flowers. Sometimes it'll take long. So and yeah, need to clip the powder to light that up, then just want to spin slash these guys. So the key falling from the sky, it's actually RNG whether he'll collect it without it bouncing, or if it'll bounce once before collecting it, because it's frame rule dependent. So yeah, just follow what I did there. It's not really much to say, except you try to avoid getting hit by the Stalfos by weaving around. Make sure to hit those switches. There is a secondary route, but like, if you want to save an arrow, it's slightly slower. But it's for if you've like wasted arrows. So here, move left while dropping down. Jump. Make sure to hold jump off of the descending platform there. Otherwise you won't make it up there. And 2 arrows, yet again, because this mini boss. Mr. Hinox. So try to avoid getting hit here if you can. And now I'm going to show off there's 2 strategies here. Let me just save state real quick. Alright, so here's go skip. And then here's with just with bow. There you go. So I've got the bracelet now. And so a lot of runners have especially like good runners have like a menu route. You can be creative and like make one yourself or try to copy someone else's, I guess. Not doing a menu route for the sake of this. To not make things complex. Wow, the Stalfos is in the way. So if you've played this game casually, you know you're supposed to kill the rabbit, the bat, and then that Stalfos. In that order to spawn this chest. If you kill them in the wrong order, you have to reset the room by going to these stairs. And going in and out of these stairs. To reset the... So that you can respawn the enemies and do it again. So throw pots to kill them. Make sure at some point you equip feather and bombs if you have enough bombs. Because normally you need to lift the pot on the bottom there, but as long as you're holding something, so you can hold bombs to weigh down that platform. Alright, and as the door closed, there again, I did the menu to skip this boss's text. So here you just want to dodge the 8 fireballs in whatever way that you can. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but sure. Alright, and so now I'm clipped into this wall. So I'm gonna instantly break this pot. So as you can see, throw it and it breaks. One throw, one hit. So you have to make sure you're facing left. If you're facing right, it won't work. So be absolutely sure that you're facing left when you throw it. And then flip bow and bombs. Got bombs here. Oh, we gotta redo that because I was talking too much, I guess. So yeah, just drop them quicker than how I did the first time. And then you can shoot bomb arrows into the wall, so you can like combo him to not have him teleport around the room like you did the first time. That's good. I gotta demonstrate what it looks like when you do that wrong too. Because then you'll start teleporting around the room and then you gotta hit him with something to kill him. And it's bad if you like run out of bombs and because that makes it difficult too. Alright, so you want to clip into this wall here. Oh, Bow Wow just ate that instantly. Good job. Or if you get lucky and Bow Wow eats that. So this hard piece of shame, the reason that I'm grabbing it now is because it actually moves Link down by a pixel, so it saves a frame if you grab it on the way back. Alright. Oh, that's a mistake. Sorry, misequipped. You'll see why you need bracelet and not feather. So make sure you say no the first time that he asks, because he's asking if you want to upgrade your powder, but you want to upgrade your bombs, not your powder. So upgrading your bombs, because it doubles your capacity, so you can hold up to 60 instead of 30. But it also refills it when you get that upgrade, and we need a ton of bombs for this category, because bombs are great. Alright, so here you want to skip this text by So if you saw where I was moving, if you jump to this bush, pause, and buffer both your sword and shovel at the same time, then you can skip the text of Bow Wow sniffing that there's something there. It's now coming up. So it's part of the reason why you don't want to be low on arrows as well. So I want to shoot bomb arrows to open this. And then move down from here so Bow Wow eats that guy, and we can bomb arrow that. And then back to sword and feather. Oh, that's unlucky, but whatever. So going into this phone booth to set up another save point after save and quitting, which will come up in a bit. So here's this picture with Richard. So again, more pictures to collect. So there's 12 pictures in total, and also low-key ended up getting one after I think stealing gives you a picture, so it's like one of them. So yeah, just clear those guys. Try not to get hit. Alright, and so when this present falls, because you needed to have exactly 5 seashells to get that bonus seashell from that present. And you can skip the text by saving and quitting. So here you want to get up to... so we're going to get a bunch of kills to try and get a piece of power drop in Dungeon 3. But more on that later. So here's Villa Skip. So I'm going to cut this bush and jump from the corner and pause a bunch of times before I fall into the pit. So when you hear Link fall into the pit, as I pause, right there, it moves Link down a few pixels, so you can actually stand on this tile. This isn't out of bounds either, because you can actually normally transition on this screen. So if you press down, you'll transition. So there's a lot of ways to navigate through this villa maze, because there's a lot of pits, as you can see. Oh, whoops. So yeah, generally I go like that way. Ideally not that sloppy. So make sure you don't transition on the screen at the same time you grab this key that looks like a feather. It's because we skipped Candlelight Castle, so it's showing showing a leaf. Because yeah, if you transition at the same time that you grab it, then before you grab it, then you'll show Link getting the key, but he won't actually have it, and you can't get it again, so you'll like have to hard reset basically. Hard reset to start from the phone booth, or if you saved and quit, then you'll pretty much ruin your game or ruin your file. So here I'm gonna be doing Jesus jumps. So same as that the Villa Skip, where I did that pit buffer. Gonna be buffering onto the water, because the game needs two constant frames to play for you to actually drown in the water. So if you pause on the same frame that you're supposed to drown, so there was a splash animation when I paused just now. And if you're at a screen transition, you can transition onto the screen. What you can also do is you're considered grounded for 1 frame, so you can also buffer a jump out of your pause instead. So after I transitioned the screen there, I buffered the save and quit menu so that I was able to jump after drowning in the water there. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing to get out of here after collecting that seashell. So I drown, buffered save and quit, buffered jump out of the save and quit. And here, you can actually move backwards to open this dungeon from this side. Alright, so skipping the text, equipping the bracelet. So you want to spin slash. Ideally you want to hit that Stalfos and that Baumite at the same time. Though, he walked a little too far away and I missed. So we're trying to rack up as many kills as possible yet again. Or a certain amount of kills, so I should have explained sooner. So you want to kill these guys if you had to save and quit or reset. Otherwise, probably don't want to. It's part of the routing. So we need 30 kills to get a piece of power. The 30th kill on an enemy will drop a piece of power. So when you're skipping those guys, kill these guys. Go like that. Oh, and if a Guardian Acorn drops from enemies, then that doesn't count towards your kill count for the drop. For the piece of power drop. Also, if you have collected a Guardian Acorn, you also won't be able to... Oh, that's annoying. The acorn right there. You won't be able to get a piece of power drop if you already have an acorn, so be careful of that. Guardian Acorns drop, I think, after 12 kills if you didn't get hit. 12 kills in a row if you didn't take a hit. So there you go. Piece of power. Alright, so I'm going to save state here. Once I can get ahead. Alright, so the Dongo Skip. Which is definitely like a run killer for a lot of newer players. So what I'm going to do is... So when I walk into the door, I'm going to be holding forward. And then the door lag's going to happen. Still holding forward. Then as the door lag happens, I'm going to move to the right. Jump, hold down. Jump, then hold down, then up. And I'm going to that'll make me super jump off the wall. And then I'll release my spin slash the moment that I super jump. And it'll put me over blocks, skipping this key lock over here. So like this. If you're a little too slow, you can end up soft locking there and getting stuck in the block. So you do have to go fast, but try not to rush your inputs or you're gonna miss. So in this game, you can start charging your boots while moving. So generally you want to start charging the boots before you pass a corner, so that you'll finish charging it after you pass the corner. Alright, so two different strats here. Okay, so I'm going to show off both. I guess the harder one first, then the simple one. So, might have to take a few tries at this, because I haven't done it in a while either. So yeah, there you go. So that's called the French press. Nice naming from the community. Probably not going to explain how to do that. I don't even really recommend going for it. Originally I had planned to make 2 videos. One to separate easy text and hard text. And ideally you don't want to take a hit there. So here, I dashed to this spot, and while still dashing, I paused so that I can just buffer the jump across. Makes it a little more simple so you don't walk into a hole. Walk into the pit. So that's the easier routing. One benefit from the French press is saving a bomb, and also these enemies won't respawn if you do French press as well. So, the Dongo Skip, same as the first time. And you want to clip into this wall. Not even sure if I'm properly clipped, I wasn't paying attention. So, flock clip over here. Make sure you don't go up, otherwise you'll... Here, I'll show. At the save state. So if you go up, you'll be soft locked. Because you don't have a key and you can't like clip back out. Since you can't leave the stairs tile, you can't re-enter the stairs. So... And 2 tricks, 2 strats. Either you can just run here and go straight and do this room, or alternatively drop down here and then jump. So yeah, if you're airborne you can jump, and here what I'm doing to drop down this ladder faster. So if you're holding down, you'll climb it slowly, but if you press down and release, press down for about 8 frames and release, then you'll instantly drop, which is a lot faster. Kill this guy, this guy, this guy. Open this door. So this boss, I'm gonna not skip the text actually, and I'm gonna just, when I enter the room, I'm gonna run straight down to bonk the wall to make him fall. Like this. So yeah, you gotta hit him 4 times, make him separate, bonk this wall. So yeah, that's the ideal strat. I'll show the backup as well. So if you don't have Piece of Power, oh, what am I doing? Alright, so say I lose Piece of Power in a second. Okay. There you go. Yeah, so I went way further back than I wanted, but I should have save stated before the fight. Make sure you delay your dash here. Okay, so here's a no Piece of Power fight. So yet again, that's weird. Hold on. Just want to show off proper. There you go. Well, I did that slightly sloppy, but you get the gist of it, right? I'm sure y'all are smart. Oh, also, I guess if you end up having to equip Feather, you should equip the shovel out of that. The shovel and boots. Alternatively, if you did the strat with a Piece of Power, you wouldn't have shovel on yet. Alright, so next is coming, so pretty much like there's gonna be a lot of mid-game cleanup before going to Dungeon 4 at this point. So first off, I'm gonna dig this up for the seashell. Because we want to have 10 seashells to go back to the seashell mansion to get the second free seashell. So here, this room, so you want to cancel your dash as you run through the obstacles. And then start your dash and start moving yet again. Or start charging it, depending on the situation. So, blow up this wall with a bomb arrow. You can get yourself a art piece. So next up, trading sequence with Terran. So, even though we didn't go to Candlelit Castle, somehow have the stick. So we need to do save and quit menu twice, because we need the game to advance 2 frames, and if you heard the fanfare there. So we did the trade sequence, but skipped the cutscene where Terran gets chased by the bees. Which you're going to be doing again for the pineapple trade sequence. You can do it unbuffered, which would save like 2 seconds from doing one less save quit menu, but if you don't time the cutscene skip like frame perfect, then you're gonna get the cutscene played, basically. So I forget, I think it loses like 6 seconds compared to frame perfect. Frame perfect buffer, or if you do the 2 buffer, I think the 2 buffer saves 4 seconds over watching the cutscene. So here I should have 10 seashells. Ideally you want to skip this text, though I failed. I usually miss it if I'm like dashing, but you want to dash to save time, so it is what it is. So yeah, let's follow where I'm going yet again. I should equip sword back again. This moblin over here. Alright, so this part, you want to clip into this wall up above, so I moved up a little out of the stairs, so that you can avoid this shark that I ran past while breaking the obstacle. And now, stay clear of that buzz blob, because he can walk in your way. So usually I go to the right, just in case. So here, I'm gonna try and... Alright, I didn't get the frame perfect buffer, but... There you go. Oh, what am I doing? Ignore that transition there. So, now we're gonna take the warp. So, getting the pineapple is what spawns Marin at the beach. So we're gonna need her to follow around to get more pictures for the most part. And to wake up the walrus. Though, I mean, you can just bomb trigger to skip the walrus, but since we're gonna have Marin anyway, then it doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna do what's called a naked super jump. So just like with other super jumps, just as long as you're facing away from the wall, you can end up super jumping. So if you jump with your feather, you can move left or right, right? So you move to the wall, jump, press down, then up. So towards the wall, then away from the wall, and you can jump. Jump without using a weapon to turn you around. So you can skip going all the way around to grab the ocarina and just jump over. So now we exit. So for newcomers, I'd recommend, well, the written guide recommends that you put the ocarina to the bottom left, because when you start learning songs, then there's like a sub-menu that comes up for you to choose which song that you want to play. So when doing menus, it can waste a lot of time if you accidentally go over it. So here's a fishing minigame. So when I throw the line, as the line's about to pass the fish, I'm going to hold right so that it lands, like, ideally, like, right in front of it. And so I want this top fish to grab it, and you let it run away, because we want to get the fish on the bottom right, the big fish on the bottom right. And it has a heart piece. So now, when casting this line, you just want to be holding right away, and then mash to reel in close to you. I was actually kind of slow throwing the line because I was paying attention. So yeah, here's the big one. It gives you a heart piece, and since you make a new heart container, usually you get an extra text when you make a new heart, but it actually skips that text during the, if you get it during the fishing minigame. So now we gotta return Bow Wow, so talking to Madam Meow Meow here. Press B to skip her hiss, because it's more text boxes basically. So moving up to Bow Wow to get this picture, make sure you don't forget it. And this cutscene does have RNG in it. Bow Wow can take longer, or can take a varying amount of time to link into Link's shield. Okay, and there's this picture down here while I'm rambling. But yeah, that's basically the explanation about the varying amount of time for the Bow Wow cutscene. Alright, and so now we want to grab this seashell that's in the tree nearby Dungeon 1. So you need to bonk it from the bottom or the sides. If you bonk it from the top, the seashell won't come out. So now, moving over to the beach. Just need to go pick up Marin for our hot date. And then yeah, I'm just holding out the sword to poke the grass over here while charging boots. So here's the beach date. So yeah, this is pretty long. Just mash through the text as you can. And when she gives you like the yes or no question, just say yes. Or, so yeah, basically just be mashing A and B, as you can see on my input display. And then when this cutscene ends, make sure you buffer save and quit so that when you get her, you can skip the text of getting Marin. So now we're going to do some more cleanup to grab pictures. Make sure you're not holding a direction here, so that she falls onto you and you get this picture. After this text is up, you can hold up and left to grab this heart piece, and then hold up and right to get to the stairs before the mouse does. Otherwise he'll block your way a little bit, and he'll block your way a bit, and then you have to, you know, wait for him to get up there before you can go up. So here's a really obscure picture all the way down here. Make sure you don't forget this one. Because yeah, these ones with Marin following you, you can't go back and get them, as far as I know. So save and quit here so that we warp back to the well. And then another picture with Marin. So we're going to be coming to the shuttlecock over here. Or, what the what is this? wrong sport. Weathercock, that's what I meant to say. You like badminton? Holy moly. So yeah, more text smashing, getting through. So you need a bracelet here to obviously pick up this rock to get out. And yeah, now we're gonna go to the walrus. So Marin needs to, I guess, put the walrus to sleep with the Ballad of the Windfish. Or I guess it like wakes it up and puts it to sleep. Not exactly sure what happens. It's like some reverse Snorlax. So, oh, whoops. Yeah, wakes it up. In places where you don't have feather equipped but you have boots, you want a boots bonk to line yourself along the transition before a bomb trigger. Also, if you see Link's hand sticking out when you're transitioning after you drop the first bomb, then you need to menu buffer the second bomb, otherwise you won't get the trigger. Okay, just saw it sleeping there. So we can bomb trigger. Again, oh, whoops, with a diagonal bomb trigger. And, yeah, it's just faster to bomb trigger it rather than walk all the way over there and have Marin sing and wake it up. Because one, you have to walk over there, and two, at the end of this cutscene, Marin will walk off the screen faster. Yeah, so moving this way to get a heart piece, so throw this bomb over here. And now, so you can go up to the screen transition. So since you have feather, you can just jump to the edge of screen transitions, which makes this easier to buffer this bomb trigger to get this heart piece, rather than like manually having to time a buffer or time a bomb trigger. Or even do extra buffers. Alright, and so over here, I guess I'll save state real quick then. So I've got this mini boss Lamola, which you shouldn't see ideally. So just walk up, shoot an arrow, and then once you get past the wall, move up and left and shoot another arrow. So you can just kill him. If the text actually does come up before you kill him, if you still shoot arrows in that general spot, you'll still hit him and kill him. So you fall down here, bomb arrow, you can just buffer a bomb arrow there. So open this wall. For that, yeah, because you need to get the heart piece, obviously, for collection. So this Pokey over here might be in the way. It was not in the way. A lot of times he can just like block the path and you have to take a hit. So if he's in your way, just take a hit and keep going. Make sure you don't fall into this hole. And talk to the owl. So yeah, as you can see, definitely use save and quit a lot. And in addition to that, I guess things to ramble about. That's also why we only get piece of power that one time, because your kill counter resets whenever you save and quit or if you die. So yeah, here's Marin. So yeah, gonna learn the Ballad of the Windfish. At the end of this cutscene, make sure you say yes to her, the first option. And she asks you the yes or no question. Otherwise, you have to watch all of this again, learning the song. So make sure you don't mess up or forget. Oh, so yeah, after the two text boxes, after you learn the song, make sure you close that last text box with B. I was mashing with A just to debunk about something that was said to be debunked, that you don't have to press B, but you definitely do. Just got two text boxes instead of one. So here, I'm gonna save state again. Alright, showing two different strats here. First one will be the French bonks. Hopefully I hit them. So you want to be clipped. Bonk into that bonk into that rock. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so you can pass that gap. You can bonk into this rock and pass this gap. Then you go this way. Alright, and the other path, which is the one that I would recommend to not fall into these pits, is to go this way. This one's a newer routing. It's like 0.2 seconds slower optimally compared to the French bonks. And yeah, and you're here. So continuing on, you want to go to the second staircase that you reach. Is you want to go in and out of the cave to set up your save point here. So I'm gonna put the angler key into the keyhole to unlock the dungeon. As you can see, you can clip into walls sometimes to skip through enemies. So dungeon's unlocked. Save quit to get back here instead of backtracking. So yeah, there's a lot of tricks you can do in Swag Cave here that save a very small amount of time. So, not going to show them. So, obstacle skip over here. You can just jump over that obstacle. Most important trick. People will make fun of you if you miss that, so... or if you don't go for it. So here, you want to... before going to Dungeon 4, want to Jesus jump up these stairs. So again, wait to see the splash animation. So there's two strats. One for if you... so there's a trick called early Rooster Skip, and then regular Rooster Skip. So early Rooster Skip, if you're going to be doing it, you want to create a save point here. So I'll show off both throughout the run. So later on, I'll show off the later Rooster Skip. So setting up the save point there. Except the key won't be there when I do Rooster Skip again later. So yeah, hold out sword so that you grab that rupee, because this cutscene can't play without the rupee being collected, and you need to stand right here. So you need to kill the enemy and... oh, whoops, what am I doing? Alright, for early Rooster Skip, if you want to do your equips. Alright, so early Rooster Skip. So try not to fall down these pits because it wastes a lot of time. So using these map buffers to advance the game 4 frames at a time instead of 1 frame. And using these menu buffers to advance the game 1 frame at a time. So waiting for Link to fall into the pit. And to be safe, I did a map buffer there to see if Link would move up or not, and he did. So now that he fell into the pit the second time, I should be set up to be clipped into the wall without moving. So I'm gonna use boots and then use shovel to cancel and have infinite boots glitch. Like this. So I'll just be running in place. So I quit feather, and then you want to jump and then press down to jump across. And there you go. It's early Rooster Skip. If you're like really new at the game, at like running the game at all, then maybe you shouldn't go for it, but I don't think it's like too terribly difficult. So if you aren't doing early Rooster Skip, then you would just not go into that cave above to set your save and quit point. And then after you get the picture, just make your way to this dungeon. Oh wait, you're actually not supposed to even skip the text there. Whoops. My B. Alright, ignore that sloppy movement. Alright, so 2 tricks here. Actually I should probably go from here. So I'm already clipped into this wall, which may or may not matter. Here's a save state. So here's the first one. If you can get a frame perfect buffer on the water, this does save a second, so you can push this block and save using a bomb and arrow. What am I doing? Alternatively, you can use a bomb arrow to break. Bomb arrow, if you have enough arrows anyway. Use a bomb arrow to break that block. So that's a second slower and uses 1 bomb and 1 arrow, but that's the standard strat. So here, you can either boots jump and land here, or you can jump from the top corner as well. Probably should have demonstrated that, but whatever. So here, it's puzzle room. You can enter that room with a spin slash and maybe you might kill the Helmosaurs along with that Zol. Sometimes you won't. The pattern's RNG for that puzzle. So here's 2 strats yet again. Alright, so here's P-Hat Clink. So there's 2 different strats for it to get the Nightmare Key early. First off, it's faster strat. So that's the first way to get it. Here. Load the save state real quick. Okay, and the other way. So you want to switch equips so that you can start running. And because you need the bracelet to lift pots in the room with the P-Hat. So you might get hit by enemies too. So you want to lift these. Wait for this P-Hat near you to start flying. And then super jump there to clink off the P-Hat. And there you go. So there's your Nightmare Key. So you can just jump over here, even though that's not intended. Alright, and here's some stuff to talk about this boss. I should probably make a save state. So, you can clip into the wall on the far right, which I'm going to jump and hold. Near the apex of my jump, I'm going to be holding sword to charge. And saw how I zipped down. So I was able to charge my sword and clip into the wall to dive faster. I released my spin slash while moving left as well, after transitioning to hit the boss. And now I'm equipping bomb arrows, so this is going to buffer bomb arrow downwards. So I'm going to be holding down and A and B. And then I'm going to shoot another bomb arrow and you should die. Like that. And launch your feather boots again. So yeah, you have to make sure that you have at least 2 arrows by this point. So even though I have 1 arrow, like, I don't need that arrow, so yeah, you just have to make sure that you have conserve enough arrows so that you have 2 for that fight particularly. So if you need to like not shoot bomb arrows to blow up walls and just use like a bomb instead, then go for it. Alright, and so now we're gonna go to Mambo to get Mambo's Mambo. So another song you gotta listen to. Make sure you say yes. So yeah, my favorite song. People like to argue about some other song being the best song. but we'll get to that later on. So yeah, just want to match this text and then save and quit. So save warping over here to go this way, since we got flippers in this category, and you don't need to take those stairs like you would in any of the any percent categories. Oh wait, that's not the reason. Either way, we need to get this heart piece. I'm dumb. So you can buffer jump out of there to get a little more distance. Jump over this like if he's in your way. Oh, I never talked about walking in shallow water and in grass patches also slows down your movement. So ideally you want to be like jumping. Alright, and so here's this ghost fella who's here. So you flip into this wall to avoid that enemy. So yeah, after you beat Dungeon 4, if you move far south enough on the map, then this ghost will appear. In other categories, we skip him by getting the level 2 bracelet, which makes him never appear. So here's a seashell you gotta dig up. And you want to dive right in the spot, and I'm gonna do a bomb trigger over here. Oh, whoops. I jumped too high, so I dropped the bomb on top. So normally I pause a little bit lower than that, and I start mashing for the bomb trigger out of the pause. Because yeah, I never mentioned throughout the run, another way to bomb trigger is if there's pits. You can, if you drop 2 bombs within 4 frames over a pit, it'll also cause a bomb trigger to happen. So if there's a cutscene or an item in the open to collect, it'll do those things for you. So here it triggered this cutscene to skip like most of the trade sequence to get Mermaid's bra. So yeah, leave. Back to the mermaid. I might make a save state here. So to talk about this tech. Alright, so she's gonna dive, or you're gonna dive under, she's gonna talk. When Link surfaces, a bit of time after Link surfaces, you want to open your save and quit menu until you hear the fanfare, so I'll show if you don't. So you get the mermaid scale, and then she's gonna be jumping around. Maybe the ghost will talk to me too, maybe not. Yeah, so that whole cutscene, you have to sit there and watch before you can do a menu. So, because you need to save and quit to save warp back to that telephone booth that we walked in for no reason. Alternatively, what you can do to save a bit of time is, if I can get it, and then however many extra buffers you need. So, I did 3 buffers. So, if you get a frame perfect buffer, you save, I think, 15 seconds over watching the cutscene. And then every extra buffer loses 2 seconds. So here's Zorabum. Hold on, I'm gonna make a save state before coming into that spot. Alright. So a bunch of different ways to show off. I'm gonna wait for RNG to show. So this is the first one, I guess. So bottom spawn. So if you get the bottom spawn here, so the spot where I paused when that fireball reached, pay close attention to that. So I paused there and equipped sword and shield. And then I'm going to hold left and buffer the map 6 times, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 5. And then I buffer right, sword and shield. Yeah, that's correct, actually. And then you put feather here, and you want to super jump to get across. If you don't land across, you equip boots and dash, and you should be able to get up there. So, you can do these strats unbuffered, which does save around 10 seconds compared to buffering them, but they're risky. So, alright, I have to edit this video because the RNG was so bad. I got the bottom spawn like 8 times in a row. So, not trying to make the video take forever. Alright, anyways, middle spawn. So you want to equip shield and want to hold forward and mark buffer 5 times. And then hold your shield after. After he pops it. I messed up. I think. If you need to fix your position, generally it's better to jump and then move a tiny bit. Just enough so that you don't fall into the water when preparing to do this super jump. Well, I guess I'll show if you mess up. So you can jump, equip your sword. Got lucky that the ghost talked to me late there, so... Yeah, so you want to like move yourself enough that you're not in the water. It's the big thing. Alright, and... this will show off another bottom spawn then. Seer's doing it properly. 5 buffers. Or is it 6? It's 6, my bad. I'm sorry. And then ideally you want to jump and then menu to your sword and buffer your jump across, but since I'm bad, there you go. Yeah, it 6 buffers. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna load again. Alright, I'm gonna try and get a top spawn this time and show the unbuffered strat. Okay, there you go. So yeah, there's no buffered setup for this one, so you just gotta kind of know the feel of when he's gonna shoot the beam out of his mouth. Oops. Yeah, so there you go. And there's invisible enemies here, so you can end up getting hit, so you should move exactly how I moved there. As I come down here, you're gonna see that they're here. Like, the mimics will move the way that you move, and then there's Zulls. The mimics do 3 hearts of damage, so you really don't want to get hit. So, coming out of the stairs, you just probably want to move left a little and then go up. So, move the mimic in the center out of your way. Where am I going? Alright, so next up, dive here and try to get to talk to this guy as fast as you can, so that because this mouse, if you take too long, then the mouse will swim all the way to the right, then all the way back to the left. I think it waits like 5 seconds for you to wait an extra swimming cycle if you're too slow. So you kind of want to hurry up and talk to this guy. Also, make sure you don't pause at all after this cutscene, or else that picture won't count. So, I'm sure that'll make your run invalid. So make sure you don't like press start or anything in there. Alright, and so, still needing to help out this ghost. So basically we need the ghost for one specific picture at his grave when we bring him back. He won't let you enter dungeons or anything either, so you need to help his side quest. So first he wants you to bring him to his house, which is right here. And then he'll ask you to take him to his grave now that he's satisfied. But first, for 100% completion, we also want to get the boomerang, which you get to trade whatever item is on your B button. I think only a few items you can trade, actually. I don't think you can take, like, any item. So, what you want to do here is make sure that shovel is on the B button, particularly. Since we don't have a use for the shovel anymore, then we want to trade it away for the boomerang. Yeah, because he specifically says he wants to trade with what's on your B button. And normally I dash here. I pause when I dash here so that I can just buffer the jump for the 3-tile gap. So you boomerang here, or want boomerang here. So there's a seashell, and then I'm gonna move up for this next seashell over here. The boomerang's kind of finicky. Sometimes it doesn't hit its mark. But you can cut grass with it, a lot of grass with it. So you can throw it there. So now we're taking this huge detour to get to oh, where am I going? Even bigger detour. So it's a huge detour to get to Mad Batter yet again. So, yet again, want to say no, first off. And then say yes to the arrows upgrade. Since we're out of arrows, we need more to be able to go fast. So, don't want to upgrade your powder. Also, if you're mashing your ocarina during some of that text, you can end up soft locking, I think, as well. I've never had it happen, but I've seen it in the written guide. So yeah, played Mambo's Mambo to warp to that puddle because it's nearby the grave. So here now we gotta talk to the ghost, or let the ghost talk, and then the owl comes. I don't even remember what he says either. And then go up to this grave. For this picture, so make sure you don't miss the picture. More text. Alright, and now we're gonna make our way to this cave. So there's an item. So I'm gonna put bow, or boomerang and feather. So, as you can see, you can just throw the boomerang to grab the heart piece if you're around over here. Because yeah, Z-axis is jink, so there's a lot of ways to collect it, but that's like really easy and fast, so not even gonna show the other ways, because you should just do that, honestly. Alright, and I forget which color is which. Okay, yeah, so it's the right one for the blue guy. To say that he's blue. And then the left for the red guy to say that he's red. Alright, so, whoops, what am I doing? So first off, here you want to move left to bait this enemy, and then move right. So, yeah, I guess the easy way is to equip bomb arrows here. Yeah, like that. And you can shoot a bomb arrow to kill 2 of them, or you can shoot 3 arrows to kill them, what have you. So, this rupee cache right here. So you want to collect... I have a lot of extra rupees, so you want to collect all these rupees. So if you have 175... If you have less than 175 after you collect all these rupees I collected, if you have less than 175, then you want to grab these extra ones. So we need all these rupees to get 300 to learn the Frog Song of Soul. Alright, so you want to move here, Fairy Boomerang to hit both, dash here, throw that back, grab this key. So we're going to head up to the mini-boss now. So there's a trick called a zoomerang that you can do here. If you jump while throwing the boomerang on the same frame, you'll zoom across the room, but it's hard. You can... It's worth trying it since it doesn't lose time not getting it. So, you go for it. Okay, yeah, so now you want to equip the powder and feather here, and then buffer your jump out of this door lag, and then jump towards this guy again, and drop 6 powders on him to kill. And that's the easiest way to do that fight. And then you can just super jump over this block, put these. And then grab the nightmare key, save and quit, and make sure that you hard reset as well. So yeah, you won't see this menu because it's not. You won't be on a EverDrive, but yeah. So yeah, the hard reset. I'll explain it in a second. So the hard reset was so that the room with the rupees that are worth 5 rupees down here. It actually resets when you hard reset the game. It also resets these rupees. So it's the fastest way to get 300. So shoot 2 arrows here at this guy. Oh, what the? I buffered a dash. That's so fun. Wasting a lot of arrows too, but we have plenty, so it's not a big deal. Might want to kill that guy because he might drop a bomb in the way. It's not mandatory though. Alright, so now I should actually save state here. What are you gonna talk about? So what we call the bingo room. So there's 2 different strats. So sword strats and boomerang strats. Generally, boomerang is faster. So we've got RNG the minigame. So you want to get all these guys into the colored holes, and you can pick them up if need be. So you want that for the key. You can pick them up if need be. If you like can't get them towards the holes properly. Whoops. And yeah, their initial movement is RNG, so it can be difficult to do this room like fast to do this fast every time. I think the fastest room I've seen is like 7 seconds. Has been like 7 seconds in here. So something I want to show. Oh god. Maybe I can't show it. Come on, Red, get out of my way, dude. Alright, so I got the 2 greens in there. So if you have like an opportunity to line them up like that, then you can get a double green in the same hole before it fills up. So yeah, do what you will. A lot of times the opportunity doesn't come up that well, so. And yeah, so whenever you have a feather, when doors are unlocking or closing, you can you can buffer jumps during the door lag. Well, I mentioned that earlier, but you should be doing it to save time, or you can charge your boots if you have boots equipped. Oh yeah, you can't skip this text. So, yeah, some sort of puzzle-ish thing for this fight. But yeah, you can just shoot like, ideally like 4 arrows into him and kill him. Yeah, sometimes he'll throw these like fidget spinners at you, and that can also waste time. So here you want to pick Blue Tunic for speed. I mean, you can pick either or, but like RTA general. So in non-pool assisted runs, generally blue is faster than red by like about 10 seconds on average. So, and blue is definitely safer since you take half damage when you get hit. I don't know why I didn't switch equips, but you should definitely be using boots to get out of the graveyard. Don't be walking and jumping like I was there. Sorry, I was just like in my own world. So make sure you bonk this tree from either the top or the right side of it so you get the seashell. I'm so bad. So yeah, 3-tile jump. So here's the signpost maze. So make sure you don't double read the sign. Follow the arrows. If you played this game casually, you should know what to do. So here's a trick. So you charge your boots. Charge your boots. Jump when you get around to the first or second pit. So like round. What am I doing? Yeah, like here-ish. And you want to jump. Jump and then hold down after, so that you can jump across like that to read the signposts. Since we don't have hookshot, then yeah, that skips using hookshot basically. So yeah, continues reading the signpost maze. Try to make sure you don't double read the sign or read the wrong one, because loses a lot of time if you mess this up like deep into it. And it can be pretty easy to accidentally double read a sign from pressing A or B too much. So yeah, here can equip Feather to jump over the Zol or be fast. Yeah, so here to learn this this song, it's the reason that we needed 300 rupees and why we needed to do that reset, that hard reset in Color Dungeon. Because yeah, otherwise you'd have to find a chest somewhere with like 200 rupees or something, but I don't think there's any that are good in the way. So yeah, pretty much waiting the length of this song. And there's the final song learned. So yeah, I'm gonna exit out by jumping yet again. And I went really wide there just to run on less grass tiles. I don't know if it's actually faster or not though. So now another heart piece that's very easy to forget. Oh, whoops. So the milk heart piece. And yeah, since I skipped Candlelit Castle entirely, pretty much going in front of Candlelit Castle, which you get to see a little bit of. So you gotta do this long swim all the way over here. Not really much to say. Smash A, I guess. And then you want to dive around here to grab this heart piece. Save and quit out. This will bring you to the warp. Alright, and this will bring you to, yeah, so back to Animal Village. So the final picture over here. Yeah, so you gotta also make sure not to forget this one. This should be the final picture. I'll check the menu to make sure that I didn't forget anything. But yeah, basically we're gonna be making our way to Dungeon 6 before Dungeon 5. Yep, got all 12. Dungeon 6 before Dungeon 5. So, we're gonna go to Armos Maze to get the face key and fight the Armos Knight. Oh, also going to be grabbing the final seashell inside the Armos Maze too. So first off, in this category, you want to put Feather and Bracelet, or Boomerang and Bracelet, because you can cut the bushes faster with the Boomerang compared to lifting or cutting it. So you want to bump these Armoses with your shield instead of making them come to life. What the heck? Alright, I'm gonna reset this room. Alright, and if you get stuck like that, then just push. So, coming into here, should have 20 seashells. Yep, got 20 seashells. So it's the final seashell that you need to get the level 2 sword. I did this room wrong. Sorry about that. I'm gonna show it again, just because. Alright, so you want to keep right, and then... Wow! Alright, whatever. So ideally you would run past that Zolp, but I was slow. Sorry for wasting all y'all's time. Alright, so just save state here to show off two different strats. I'm gonna show off only two. So here's what you would do in any percent, no wrong with not out of bounds, for example. So you can do the infinite boots by taking stun and getting the key. There's a different strat with red tunic as well that you would normally do. Well, blue tunic. Oh, what the? One arrow missed? But yeah, so you can just unload with ideally 12 arrows to kill him. The blue tunic. It's definitely less swag, but it's easy and it's slightly faster, I think. Yeah, I think that's also not in the written tutorial. So you want to clip into that wall there to walk past that armless. I forgot about the other one when entering that you can clip. That you're supposed to clip. My bad for being a bad narrator. So yeah, if you're worried about your health as well, you can use your boomerang on those. Use your boomerang on those bomb fairies to kill them. And here, ideally, you would, assuming your health is high enough, you would just like damage boost here and use your iframes. If you're really low on health, then you can also just make the armors come to life and then throw the boomerang at him. So, and skip using hook shot with that jump there. And put the key in. Yeah, so my health is like somewhat concerning, I guess, but so here you can grab that that anti-fairy to heal, and since you need to throw the boomerang here to get that switch anyway. You get bomb arrows. There's two different strats here that you can do, but oh, whoops. I did that completely wrong. My bad. So you're supposed to do the same thing, but put the bomb all the way over here when you're walking in. Just walk straight right and drop it. So you kill the bottom Zol as well. So here you can just hold up and left pretty much, and get through this room. And yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So level 2 bracelet, you want to save and quit. Here you can do a bomb trigger as well to make the tile rooms start faster. There you go. And you don't really have to shoot arrows at these, but well, I guess if you shoot the last one, then it does make it faster though. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Bracelet. So, want to drop the bomb like right here, and then use your sword to bump that whiz robe into the explosion, so you can kill all 4 with 1. Oops. So you do like a late super jump here to be clipped into this wall as well, so that you can super jump up here, which skips a lot of the dungeon, basically doing the dungeon backwards. So yeah, so whenever you have the chance, you want to equip your bracelet and boots and then run up here, throw. So here, 2 methods. So either you can flock clip through this, or you can do what's called a shack jump. So when entering a room, then you, or not when you're entering a room, when you're jumping at a corner, while facing forward. You can also super jump over it. And then to talk about this, so you want to line up Link's head with, there's like small black spots in the wall. You kind of want to line up Link's head with the second bottom black line. Or the second black line that's on like the second row closest to Link. And then you can super jump over here. If you go too high, you'll end up being stuck in the wall up here and soft locking. If you super jump late, you won't make it up here. And if you try to super jump too low, you just won't be able to super jump because you're not far enough into the corner. So, skipping the Dongo's room. And these Mario Bros enemies over here. So yeah, horse heads. It's just RNG, so you have a 25% chance for them to be facing upright when they land. So you can throw away the pot and just keep like mashing B to keep throwing. I mean, the door's already open. I got it like third try, but it's demonstrating how to speed it up if you get like really bad RNG. So you can again either flop clip into here, or you can shack jump over, either or. Yeah, so make those guys drop. Make sure you don't fall into the hole of the thing that's sucking you in, because it brings you back to the start of the dungeon if you get sucked in by it. So here we're going to be dropping 3 bombs, because Facade's hitbox is active before his text comes up, so you can get 3 free hits. And then when the music kind of repeated, I dropped the bomb. And when this tile that I jumped over, when I jump over that particular tile, that's when I drop the next bomb after landing. So you get the 5 hits in there. And here's some for fun stuff. So, it's a rainbow explosion. So here you can bomb trigger as well. So you can jump right to this transition and then try to press down and bomb at the same time. To bomb trigger skipping the owl landing. So it saves like 2 seconds, I think, if you get it. Whoops. So now that we have 20 seashells, I'm gonna go into the seashell mansion yet again. And get this epic cutscene. Oh yeah, also I never mentioned that when this bar is filling up, that's also RNG, how long it takes. So, I don't know, I've seen a variance of like 7 seconds. Not sure if it can be more than that. Here's level 2 sword. So when you're at full health, the sword can shoot a beam. And also it does like twice as much damage as level 1 sword. Unfortunately, most of the time it doesn't stack with red tunic, which is part of why red tunic is not ideal. Red tunic also gives enemies a lot of iframes, especially the ones that actually survive hits. Alright, so here's Dungeon 5. Okay, I got the sword ready. Charge your spin slash here, and depending on RNG, you want to kill the Keese and the Helmasaur there. If the Helmasaur is moving to the right when you do this jumping spin jump, you'll kill him. If he moves left, if you're still at full health, you can shoot your sword beam to hit him in the back and kill him. So if he moves up and down, then, well, tough luck. Just gotta chase him properly. But yeah, you definitely want to prioritize killing the keys though. So now I'm going to do a very annoying trick. It's early hook shot. So make sure that you collect the drops that the enemies give. And here we're going to be dropping this key, which is important. I guess maybe I'll save state in case of shenanigans. So clip into the wall. You want to move to this specific pixel. Equip a boomerang and feather, and then buffer them both out of your paws, and then press left after you start jumping. And like that, you'll collect you'll drag the key into this room and collect it, and you'll get the hook shot instead. It is frame rule dependent, so it is a 50% chance that you will actually get it. So, yeah, don't feel bad if it's not working. It is like random as well. It does lose like about 12 to 15 seconds per fail, so it does lose a lot of time, but I don't know, for the most part it's like out of your control. Oh, oops. Alright, and here you want to stand on this pixel, spin slash, put bomb arrows, fire away. So if you overkill on Master Stalfos, then we'll drop a key. Drop a key here. The mini boss music also won't stop. So here's a little piece of tech. So if you have hookshot on B particularly and feather on A, so what I'm gonna do, coming out of this transition, I'm gonna buffer both A and B. So it's a trick called bookshot. When you hook onto something, when hookshot's on B, then Link will reel in pull in faster than he normally does. So you can save a little bit of time there. It is important in some other parts. And there, took a damage boost to go faster, basically. And Nightmare Key, yet, since he got the hook shot early. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, so don't pause there. Here you can take a damage boost as well. Jump past these guys, jump around these guys. And then you gotta kill these two jerks to open the door. So now we're gonna do a clip. So you clip here, and you can just mash your hookshot into that pot, and you can clip through the blocks. And yeah, since we got that key from overkilling Master Stalfos, then you can unlock that door too. Alright, skipping text. So yeah, this fight, I guess I'll save state first. So you want to wait for this tail to pass the second time, which is right now. And want to get... Alright, so I'm going to talk about some things real quick. So first off, before I load the state to just demonstrate a second time. So after you slash your sword once, if you reel him in with your hook and pull him out... Oh, actually, never mind. I'm not going to do the fight again. So if you have like slashed your sword at least once at any point, and then you shoot your hook, and you're holding A, Link will hold his sword out like that. So you can just get a hit right away when you pull him out. And then you can... Don't mash your swings, just walk slowly. And then, yeah, avoid the tail. Okay, I'll actually show the fight. I said I wouldn't. So yeah, you get like 5 hits with Blue Tunic. if you pull him out far enough. So yeah, it's just RNG which Holy pops out of, but yeah, ideally you just want to get a 2 cycle because he takes 8 hits to kill. Regardless of what category, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of equips you have. You can have like red tunic and level 2 sword, it still takes 8 hits. You can have just level 1 sword and nothing, it'll still take 8 hits. Alright. And yeah, so that is 6 dungeons down. And yeah, so we're gonna play Mambo right now. We're gonna make our way up to Dungeon 7. So I'm gonna show off the other Rooster Skip strat on the way up. So yeah, you can either go this way or go to the right, but going this way is faster. Bonk across that pit. That bonk to go across that pit is not difficult either, so I recommend it. Alright, now that we beat more dungeons, or Dungeon 6 I think particularly, Owl's there to chat. Alright, so coming up, may have noticed that there was a heart piece the first time coming over here. So, you can bomb trigger for this heart piece as well. Why did I kill him? Sorry, I was taking long to try and explain. So, again, bomb trigger. I might fall into the pit. Yep. What am I doing? So, trying too hard to obstacle skip. It's always worth it every time though. Don't worry. Alright, so if you opted not to do early Rooster Skip, which it is debated whether it's even worth it or not to go for early Rooster Skip. So I'm going to show how to do the normal Rooster Skip. Yeah, so showing the normal Rooster Skip. First off, I'll show off. Yeah, I guess this is a lot slower than just jumping from the left like I did the first time. So you'll be clipped into the wall, and we're gonna do what's called a hook shot jump. So if you shoot a hook shot when you're in the air, when it comes back to you, there's 1 frame that you can jump. But here I'm gonna show the buffered method so that you can buffer the jump instead of doing a frame perfect timing to make this easier. So you want to be clipped into the wall. Ooch jump here. Make sure you're not holding any directions so you can open your save and quit menu. So when you pause on this frame, this is where you want to do a map buffer after that pause to advance the game by 4 more frames. So when the hookshot's touching Link's nose on like this frame that I opened the menu, then you want to do a map buffer with select. And then out of that, you want to buffer your jump. And then it's probably it's faster to shoot left instead of down, just so that the thing retracts sooner. So again, this frame yet again, and there you go. And normally the key would be here. You want to hook and grab the key, and then walk off down here. So yeah, that's the later Rooster Skip, which you would do at this point of the run to get the bird key. Early Rooster Skip is faster by, I forget, I think it's like 11 seconds or so. But because of the randomness of how long it takes for Link to fall into a pit, then you'll pretty often probably maybe lose time. Yeah, so making your way up this mountain to get to Eagle Tower. You can do a hookshot jump into that pit down there to save time as well. Or do this movement. Shouts to, I think it's Spice Father, who mentions it a lot. Though unfortunately no one goes for it and runs for some reason. But it is what it is. Oops. Definitely the bonk master right now. Alright, so when we enter this dungeon, I'm gonna equip boomerang and boots. Well, I have boots on already, but skipping the text yet again. You're gonna take damage here on purpose to run through these spikes. Ooh, no drops. I wanted to be at full health to show off something cool, but it's too bad. So, level 2 shield here. And then through the boomerang to... Oh, why did I pause? Sorry. Yeah, so I threw the boomerang first, and then equipped the bombs, so that the bomb makes the switch come back up, because we want this up for what we're going to do. Gonna end up bomb triggering the pillars instead of grabbing the metal ball that's in the room where I transition up. So just follow what I do. Maybe I'll ramble about stuff too. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Well, I guess you can see what happens if you get stuck. Just pull this and then make your way. Yet again. So, throw a bomb here. You need to kill this Zol, the one that spawned here, to be able to have the bomb triggers work. So, jumping to this transition, I do a bomb. So if you see Link's hand stick out like that during the transition, either I press down to frame rate or got bad subpixels. Probably press down to frame rate though, honestly. So you want to buffer this bomb. You can also bomb trigger onto the pit if you want. You don't need this heart, but... So, bomb trigger here, yet again. This third bomb trigger, you can do a diagonal bomb trigger. And you can save state here to show off two different strats. So you can shack jump to get over here. I should have save stated before this bomb trigger though. Because generally people do... Alright, so yeah, you can shack naked super jump here. Generally people also bomb trigger off of this pit. So, but I've already bomb triggered the pillar, so... But often people will do it there. Sometimes I feel bad like wasting bombs because I will occasionally like mash too slow. But what you can also do as a strat is when you drop this bomb here first, then you can start mashing at the pit to get your like max speed for mashing. But anyways, here's the fourth bomb trigger. So we're gonna knock down the fourth floor into the third floor. Of the dungeon, and then two strats here. You can either naked super jump and keep bombs equipped, or you can equip sword and just do a regular super jump. I think having bombs equipped is faster by a bit, but you would have to throw a bomb at this switch instead of just hitting it with your sword, so you'd have to wait a little. So next up, this trick called Goomba Surf. I'm going to show two strats to skip getting the Nightmare Key. So first off, alright, so having the sword open or whatever. So that's door lag. You can move up a pixel. And now we gotta wait for the top Goomba to move to the right, and then I'm gonna do a naked super jump to bounce up to that upper platform. There you go. So you can either jump, hold down, then pause, and then buffer forward to naked super jump to get up here, to get to this boss room. Alternatively, what you can do is just like do the naked super jump like properly. But you got to make sure that you naked super jump like more towards the apex of your normal jump to make it across. And when I was clipped into the wall, I'm only clipped in by 1 pixel, so that's why I moved forward and was like using my sword to like measure the spot that I was standing on. So as you can see, it can sometimes take long for the Goomba to the top Goomba to move to the right. Oh, that one came all the way back. So if you get stuck here from super jumping too low, you can put boots and run up. So alternative strategies. So you can do P-Hat Clink. Whoops. So you can super jump there and get onto these blocks and then hook shot across here. And then backup strategy to that. So say if you like messed up the P-Hat Clink and you like fell off over here. Normally you'd be soft locked because you don't have a key. So what you can do is hook to this wall and hook to that plot and super jump, and you can get over here. Actually, I probably should not have loaded that save state, but whatever. So yeah, again, being 1 pixel clip. Oh, nice. I also forgot. So, okay, so there's 2 things I want to show off. So, since I didn't visit any warp tiles, the heads-up display menu on the bottom is not solid, so you can shoot some things through it. So, since I got full health, I can shoot sword beams. Yeah, I guess that's like mostly for swag. I should've... Okay, yeah, never mind. General strat is to have boots and hookshot equipped. For most categories where you can save equip at least. So you'll shoot him, and then you shoot your hookshot, screen wrap it until he dies. So when he's dying and he's exploding, I think it's actually faster to have the heart be lower. I might be wrong about that though. Alright, so alternatives. So first off, say that if you fell off or you transitioned or got knocked off the ledge by this enemy. So I'm gonna transition down and show you that the bottom is not solid anymore. See? It just tinks off the bottom. So if that happens, what you want to do is have your bomb equipped. When it reaches the top of the screen, drop bomb, pick up, and throw. Oh, what? Alright, I'll do it proper this time. So you buffer bomb on the transition. Get him. There you go. And you kill him like that. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna... keep those bombs in case I waste too many from showing stuff. I should have like more than enough for everything, but you never know. Oh, what am I doing? That's not gonna work. And you still need boots and hookshot on anyway. So I'll be using the hookshot in a bit. Alright, and so that is Dungeon 7 down. Alright, so here you want to, again, open your save quit menu, and that makes Link have control in the air. Control in the air so you don't fall into that pit. It loses a lot of time to drop in there, so yeah, make sure you hit your save and quit. When I was new to running this game, I forgot that you can't be holding a direction when trying to open the save quit menu, so there's the tip. So, 2 strats here from Aaron. So first one, so she needs your help. So you're gonna open open the menu, and I just buffer to jump after dashing into her ting, her text. So you can do what's called you can do what's called Zoomerang. Oh, I paused too soon. I keep pausing too soon. Yeah, so what that is so Zoomerang. So if you have Boomerang on B specifically, then if you dash right as you're about to reach the wall, you can hold towards the wall as you unpause and then change to pressing the opposite direction. If you look at my input display, you'll know what I did. Or if you want to read the tricks section in Xander's guide. It's a really, really well written guide, so I also definitely recommend it. So you can hook, save time here and here. So here you want to equip these 2 items. The final mad batter. So here we're gonna say yes to the first option, because powder is the only thing that's left. So you want to blow up this wall. For your enemies if they're in your way. So here you're gonna do what's called flame skips. Normally you use level 2 shield to get through the flame, which is really slow. I'll just show for demonstration, I guess. As you can see, that's like terribly slow. So if you're clipped into this wall, then you can not get pushed backwards by when taking damage, so that you can skip through the flame. So as long as you transition through these screens fast enough and not have any of these enemies shoot arrows, then you can do a bomb trigger here instead of playing the Frog Song of Soul to wake up this jerk. So again, if you see Link's hand sticking out when you drop the bomb, and you get that means you have bad subpixels. So the turtle, dragon, or whatever he is, his neck, if his neck isn't fully extended, you can just walk through his head to enter the dungeon and not fight him. So normally you want to skip that text if you have been with most other dungeons as well. Alright, so I'm going to save state real quick. So, multiple strats here. So you push this up, hold down and left, and then you can dash with your boots and jump across there. You can go like a couple extra just to be safe. Or you can push this all the way forward and then eat the small time loss just to make sure that you don't fall into the pit missing your jumps. Alright, and so over here, kill this snake. Get him out of the way. Well, super jump up here. Make sure you do this jump that I'm about to do right now to set your subpixels correctly. And there's 2 specific pixels, this one and the other pixel to the right of where I was just now. Like 1 pixel to the right. And if you do a book shot there, you can clip through that key block, which skips most of this dungeon. So now I've got Blano, 2 spin slashes, should do it. If he ain't anti-airing me with his jabs, sure. So, super jump over here to skip these blocks. Your boots on. And we grab the magic rod. We also call it the Lang. Let's save and quit. Do the same thing as last time here. And here you want to jump and then move left, so you can naked super jump here and do what's called a lava swim. I paused so early, but... Okay, so when you get to the frame where we splash, there you go. Oops, sword and bow. So here you want to slash your sword while going on the transition just to set your subpixels correctly every time. So you can swim in the lava. And shoot an arrow here. If you're concerned about health for whatever reason, you could grab an anti-fairy, but this should be the final heart piece anyway, so you would get full health from getting a new heart. Oh, actually I'm going to demonstrate this room better again. Here, let me save state real quick. So, when I enter this room, I'm going to hold jump and down and right, and I'm going to try to quickly throw the boomerang down and left, and open the menu to skip the text of entering the dungeon. Like that. And then, equip sword as well, since you need it on. Also those snakes, if you kill them without knocking them into the lava, they won't spawn again when you come back to that room. So here's Cue Ball. Thanks to level 2 sword, you can just do 2 spin slashes to kill him. And now this room, the Roomba room. So there's multiple ways to solve this puzzle, like I think more than a dozen even. So this is how I do it. The only thing that really saves time is how long you take to open this chest. So most people equip boots beforehand, and they also time their jumps while they're moving. So yeah, there's like tons of different strats to get there. I see some people's are slower, and some are faster. Alright, and now, so while Jesus jumping, you also get clipped enough into the wall so that you can super jump, so you can skip over all this and enter this boss fight. So I'm gonna save state here. So Hothead, on a map buffer when you walk in to skip his text, and then try to just aim where you think he's gonna pop out. There you go. So yeah, that's a 1 cycle. I got like the second worst RNG in that fight too. Am I gonna need a save state? It's funny. If Hothead is over the ground that you can stand on the bottom of the screen or on the far right side, then your hits won't count. It's like basically invincible. So don't hit him over that, you're just wasting your time. I actually got good RNG, but I executed poorly this time. And there, I got the text skip, so you see what it's like. So you want to stay up here so that the heart piece just drops right on you. Well, I'm not gonna show it again, but you see sometimes the wang can be pointing to the east or the west, I guess. To Link's right. Terrible directions. But yeah, if you do that properly, you can stick it in front to look fun. So anyways, moving on to the end. So yeah, just navigating through the swamp, killing whatever's in your way. Now that you got the magic rod, and just to double check, so we have everything. Yep. All hearts, all items, all upgrades. So to start off, I'll probably be talking over the song, honestly, but so even though we have the Ocarina and the Ballad of the Windfish in this. Whoops, in this category. It's still just faster to bomb trigger. A lot of other categories, they don't even, like, get the Ocarina or the song, so you actually do have to bomb trigger it anyway. And also, I assume that most people that are gonna learn this category probably learned, like, any percent, no wrong work, not out of bounds, or no save quit, no wrong work, not out of bounds. But anyways, just in case if not, first thing to talk about here is the pattern. I never read the book in the library with the magic lens. So if you don't do that, then the pattern is always set. So you can just copy where I'm moving. It's left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. So it's like that every time if you don't read the book. It's the default path. In this category, we actually have the magic lens, but still don't read it. So here, left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. So I'm gonna save state here as well. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze as well. Oh god. Okay, yeah, so what to talk about first. So first off, to manipulate this fight. So normally if you drop in this pit and you get this text, which is like 12 seconds long, I was told. I'm actually curious now that I can actually look at the timer while I'm recording this. Oh wow, it really is that long. And then you'd have to, like, fight this guy normally. You get the banger music and everything. So what you want to do is bomb trigger, so drop in, mash. So you can pick up the bombs and hold B, or hold your sword and throw it so that you're holding your sword out. And with that, man, that's a lot to talk about. Alright, so there's definitely a guide on manipulating Aghanim, so y'all will have to look that up, because I wouldn't be able to talk about it. So anyways, the blob quick kill. You want to make sure that you're moving towards, already moving left towards him before he's actually technically spawned. So yeah, I dropped a bomb after holding the sword while he was in the wall up top, so that I was able to just hit him. That's pretty good luck for not doing the manip here. Alright, I'm gonna definitely load a save state though. Alright, gonna try this again. So I guess I get to show this fight a second time. Whoa! That was some lazy mashing on my end. I should definitely just save state coming up. So yeah, as you can see, the music's also gone. So the music rolls RNG, so that's why we also need it. Need a bomb trigger for the minutes. So yeah, you can manipulate this fight. There's a whole like web app and mobile app to be able to help to which like everybody uses. I don't have it open right now, so I'm not actually like properly manipulating the fight. Oh wait, I was supposed to be on the left anyway. Oops. Whatever. Alright, not the worst. One blue ball. So you wanna... Whoa. So you wanna stand somewhere in like this general area, and when he spawns, just wail on him with your sword. You need 8 hits to kill him. And now, it's gonna be 2 different things that I'll show real quick. I'm gonna save stay here. So we'll see if I can get the Death Eye Skip or not. I think that's correct. Oh, it was not? Uh-oh. Guess I'm forgetting my stuff. There you go. The movement was sloppy, so it looked weird. So yeah, Death Eye Skip. Oh, what am I doing? So yeah, you can skip the fight, load the stairs. There's definitely a lot of complicated stuff about that skip. Again, I recommend actually looking it up, because there is multiple setups for it that I wouldn't be able to like visually show without like freezing frames. But anyways, the easy strat, and what almost any beginner is probably going to end up doing, is using the boomerang. So you can just eat hits here, unless if your health is low. Wait for his eye to open and throw the boomerang at him once and he's dead. Anyways, so that pretty much concludes the video. Forgot that mention that timing starts when you start the file, and timing ends when the screen fades to white after you reach the top of the stairs. And that is time. So anyways, I hope that this helps out somebody. Thanks a lot for watching. And yeah, maybe I'll make like a better updated version with like more edits, fewer mistakes, and to make the video shorter. Because I do like structure a lot more, but then I definitely let laziness take over a bit. I also need to actually practice runs, because I have to run this game. I'm gonna be running this game in 2 different marathons coming up this weekend. So, anyways, with that, thank y'all for watching. Catch you later. And if there's any questions that you need to be then there's tons of people that'll answer in the LADX Discord. So don't be shy. Peace.